It is great to be here. And even if I have to rush back to German Parliament in a minute, they gave me 5 minutes to talk to you and be here. And I heard a lot about mindset already being backstage. And let me start with a few brief thoughts on what kind of mindset we need in our country. In April, I had the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go to the Arctic. The vastness, the silence, the ice. Wonderful, a wonderful experience. But of course, you can feel and you can sense the concerns about the landscape, the people, and the fauna. And following the latest news, even more so. So we all know it's not about if we can manage to limit climate change. We have to do that. All the signs we see, they are an appeal. We must limit climate change. So the question is how? And everybody who has a proper look at climate change can only come to consider to one conclusion: we need a completely new chapter in human history. So what do I mean? What does that have to do? What do we have to do? We have to become climate neutral. Everybody knows that. And the key is decarbonization, or better to say, defossilization. We have to stop our dependency on coal, gas, and oil. And we do not have much time left until 2025. So how can we get there? 5 minutes, 3 brief thoughts to share with you today. Firstly, for defossilization, we need breakthroughs. We need technological breakthroughs because we are faced with a fundamental transformation of our main value chains. We have to change from steel and chemicals. We have to change aviation, the way we do transportation. They all need sustainable alternatives to coal, gas, and oil. So it's the breakthrough technologies that we need, like green hydrogen, climate-neutral carbon sources, and high-performance batteries that we are working on. And there's great demand all over the world, but we have to scale it up to become faster. So our task now is help breakthrough technologies and at the same time not stand still using technologies of today, but to prepare for future technologies. And that means we have to also think, we need to be fast, but we also have to think in the long term. For example, with fusion energy. This is a wonderful option for future energy. And this is really a huge task. But we have to have a mindset like when we went to the moon, like when John F. Kennedy said, we decide today to go to the moon in this decade. And it's not because it's easy, but because it is hard. And I think that is the mindset we need to have in our country. So we have to use existing technologies. We have to be fast, but we also are not allowed to stand still. Research must be free and open to all technologies. And we need everybody to take over responsibility. And this is why I'm so glad to be here. Great innovations, they hardly never come out of parliaments. They come from the many clever people in research and in industry. And this is why we have to bring all stakeholders together. We have to bring together as early as possible startups, companies, innovators, because we need the knowledge transfer out of science, out of the shelves of science, into the hands of the people. We need the technologies and the breakthrough. And the good thing is that amidst all these crisis news we have every day on television or on radio, on air, the green tech business is growing, and that is good because we need you. We need to have a consistent path to transformation, and that is my second point. Defossilization, it needs time in terms of and also money and capital and material. But there is no alternative Should we stick to old models, business models? That is not the option. Muddling through is not an option. So we have to do our homework. Today, only 1 in 5 companies in Germany is considered to be particularly innovative. In 2019, it was still 1 in 4. This should make us think. The markets, they are changing, and they're changing fast. There's already massive competition all over the world, and we're seeing that the transformation is also when it comes to international competition policies. Take the Inflation Reduction Act, for example. To stay competitive here in Germany and in Europe, and we need to bring in our share in the transformation, we need the ability and the will to transform, and we need a legal framework that encourages innovation and does not prohibit it. So our aim must be, we need to shape trends here and not just follow trends that come above us from other parts of the world. Now I come to my third and final point I wanted to mention today. We should make use of all options that are available for changing, for the transformation. Artificial intelligence, there's going to be more discussion in a minute on that. It is a basic and is an enabling technology. And I don't think that all of us in politics have already understood the disruptive power artificial intelligence has. It will revolutionize basically all business models we have. In terms of green tech, that means for the future, above all, efficiency. The future belongs to vast and complex interconnected systems, dynamic and thus highly efficient. So the future belongs to digital twins, to machine learning. So it is our task today to shape the future with the good regulation that allows for innovation and also data access, which is the oil of the future. So let me finish off, again to stress why I'm so happy to be here today. When I went to a master's class graduation ceremony, there was a young student coming up on stage, and she said, initially, I didn't want to be part of this program because it is an elite program, an elite network. And I thought of cars, houses, big boats, whatever you can imagine. And I thought, okay, so far so good. But then she really flashed me. She really flashed me. And she said, but then I learned. We got up every morning. We worked hard to find solutions to problems. And every day we tried to be a bit better. This is what the word elite means. And this is the right way to interpret it. And this is good why you are here. Our future is also in our hands. People who recognize the need to change, but people who also take responsibility. And they are not afraid to go down a path we haven't gone down so far. So, you being here, you are part of that team future. You are part of that team, yes we can, and that is wonderful, and that gives us power when we go back into Parliament. So I wish you wonderful discussions, inspiring days here at the GreenTech Festival, and wonderful insights and networking, and thank you for having me here. I'm looking forward to meeting you all around the places later on. Thank you very much.